everyone. So I'm going to be making chicken stock and or turkey stock, I'm sorry, from a turkey that we got free from Thanksgiving time from my husband's shop. So what I did was I cut the breast off. My helper did actually, my nephew. And we've got the legs, the back, the thighs, um, the skin in here, the giblets. I've got some garlic that I just cut in half, onion sliced in quarters with peel because the peel will help make the broth more of a golden color. I'm going to bake this off for about maybe 45 minutes to an hour, let it get browned up, and then I'm going to throw it in my electric ball canner and start the broth overnight. Right. I'm going to use my Fresh Tech electric ball water bath cooker to make the turkey broth. I just bumped up my temperature on the oven with the meat up to 425 for 1 hour. And I already showed you that part. This is stuff that I had in the freezer, the ends and cuttings of the for stock that you save for your stock. And then I've got some celery and onion, and I am leaving the peel on. Again, the peel makes color, good color. I might have to have my nephew help me, maybe not. I'm going to dump all that right in that pot, just like so. Now, if you've never used one of these are wonderful to have, and I'm going to bring you a little bit closer so you can see inside there. Can you see? There you go. All right, see inside here? Now, once I get that chicken in there, or turkey meat, I'm sorry, then I'll be able to add water to the pot. But I'm not going to, you got a fill line here? I'm going to go underneath that because the broth is going to come off the turkey too. But see, look how pretty that looks already. All right, so now this is all nicely browned, and I can add it to my stock. And I'm going to bump this all the way up to canning mode so that it's nice and hot. Got my veggies in here and water. And this browned up really nice. Taking the garlic and everything and just stick it in there. Nice and roasted. Take just a minute to do it. And I'm going to put all that juice in there too. Bones and all. Browning it just gave it a little bit more flavor, I think. You don't have to do this, but I like to. And again, the turkey breast itself is in the refrigerator. And when I get some stock, I'm going to put some of this stock in with it, just a little bit. But I'm going to raw pack that because it's such a dry meat. Might have to have my nephew come help me with the backbone. And then I'll show you what the inside looks like. Ouch, that's hot. Uh-oh. I'm making a mess. No, I can't have that go down there. It smells wonderful in here, though, I will tell you that. And I put the giblets and everything in here. And I'm going to let this cook overnight and part of tomorrow. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. But you can let it cook up to 3 days in here if you want. But I probably will do it tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm going to have my nephew help me with this. Maybe I can do it. I hope it fits in there. I never thought of that, did I? Let's see if it does. It sure does. See, I didn't need my nephew to help me after all. I say that. Is he grabbing the camera to help me? Now, all this beautiful stock right here, this juice from that, I'm just going to pour that right in there. All right. So here's where it's at, and I've got 12 cups of water in with the stock right now, and it's got all the veggies in there. It's got all the turkey in there. Eventually I'll stir it around a little. I'm not going to add no more water to this because the turkey's going to create some more broth in there. I'll check it later tonight and see where I'm at, because you don't want it to overfill or even come close to overfilling. And you want that richness from the bones and the meat and the veggies. So with this, I'll put the lid on it. I got it set at high, the canning mode. Oops, right here on canning mode. And I made sure the plug was plugged in. And now it will cook till tomorrow. Okay, so it's 12 o'clock the next day. And put some light on in here for you. Sorry, I didn't realize it was that dark. So it smells wonderful in the home. The ball canner did its job. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So after 45 minutes when I had it on high, it was just a rumbling. And what I forgot to tell you was that there's two eyelets here. You want to keep this canner pulled out from your cupboard and the eyelets on the outside of this. Otherwise, it'll peel your paint. That's how steam hits there. So let me show you what it looks like. Look at how rich that is, and all that backbone, everything is all broke up. So, and I added 12 more cups of water to this last night. So what I'm going to go through now, see the backbones? Oh, don't drop your spoon like I just did. The backbone there, that's the backbone. Look at that. All the meat's right off of there. This looks disgusting right now, but this is what I'm going to do. Put you back over here. Try not to drop you. So what I'm going to do is get to where you can see me without cutting my head off. So I have my 59 cup Batsa bowl with Tupperware. This bowl is wonderful. So I'm going to put this, holds 59 cups, and it sure does. It holds a whole turkey. I can brine it. Put my colander inside there. There is a sprout on the side of this that I can drain stuff through, but I'm not going to do that because it's easier to scoop out the stuff and then pour it out. The meats, I have this bowl set from Tupperware also. And I'm going to put the meat in here, and there's a colander that you can buy separately with this impression set that fits perfectly in there. And then when the meat's out, I'm going to drain it out and put the broth back in where it belongs. I'm going to separate all the meat and the vegetables and stuff that I made the flavoring with the broth. I'm going to put the broth in here, and then I'm going to let it cool. And where the fats rise to the top, and so I can separate the fat from the broth itself, and then I'll reheat up the broth and start pressure canning that. Okay, so everything's all pressure canned. It's set. Let's see what we got. So I did do up some mushrooms because my nephew had a number 10 can given to him. So that's what these look like. I drained them, rinsed them, and then put fresh hot water in with them, loosely packed. If you ever want to see me do a video on that, let me know. Yeah, you can separate them and do that. I talked to Beth Woofy, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. I got a couple jars of water because I don't like having anything moving around. So here's the golden chicken stock. Isn't that beautiful? I drained it, rinsed it, ran it through a colander. It is beautiful. So let's see what I got total. How fun is this? I love canning. It did take me a couple days, 2 days, to get to where, 3 days actually, to get to where I could separate the fat, you know, from its setting to this point here. And the reason I can the water is so that the other jars don't move around, just so you know. All right, let's get that out. And this is actually my very first time using the doing it in pints to where I had that many in pints to where I could use the divider. It's kind of fun. All right. And I don't think I got much loss at all. Oh, it's so beautiful. So I hope this inspires you to do up some stock of your own. If you got, you know, free turkey or anything like that, love that noise. Ping, ping. Chicken. I have 1.5 pint jar of chicken left, chicken stock. So I'll be having to do up some chicken stock. Now there is a video on that. And on that video, like this video is long too, but on that video I go step by step with the processing of the chicken too and how it rattles and how you gotta do everything with that. I'll put a card in on this video so you have that. Beautiful. And what else is in the makes? Finally got my storage video up. I have an unboxing to do. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Oh, so beautiful. I love it. All right. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13 jars, pint-sized jars of the turkey stock. And then I got 2, 4, 5 pint-sized jars from a number 10 canned mushroom in the back. So what a fun session of canning today. All right, everyone. Big hugs from my pantry to yours. Have a great day. Bye.